So this is part 2 of improving your blues. So time to get down to brass tacks, as they say. If you have a look at the first in the series, you'll see that I was hinting at a change between major and minor. Now, before we go too much further, I want to qualify the concept of major in terms and in the context of a blues. Really, when you're playing anything with blues, you have a mixture of major and minor, and I've talked about this fairly extensively in my series on major pentatonics. It's worth a look if you haven't seen it, just to get that really in your head. But the principle is, with a bluesy line, we're going to have a couple of qualifying things to make it bluesy, if you will. So if I went like this, it's not really very bluesy, is it? If I did this, now it sounds bluesy. So what that is, it's a mixture of major and minor put together. So when we talk about major in blues, although we're talking major, we're talking with a minor edge to it, if you will. So if I want to play something and I'm in A, going, he's not going to do it. Okay. If I play something like this, that is going to be bluesy. So okay, so that's the concept I'm talking about when I talk about major in terms of a blues. Not, that's not blues. This is. So the next thing I'd like you to think about is the idea that in a blues, we've got our A7, but the chord coming after it is a D7. Now D7 is 1, 3, 5 and flat 7 of its scale, so D, F sharp, A, C. Okay. Now if you know anything about chord construction, you'll know that as chords become bigger and more colourful, if you will, then we start adding on additional tones from the scale, usually in thirds. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So a ninth chord, as well as being, it's I suppose kind of like a D7th with a time, if you will, a smart D7th. it's D7th, but slightly more so. So it's interchangeable. With a D7th. That all works. Okay. What's interesting about a D7 arpeggio is what I'm about to show you now. 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 9. So if you have a look at this little graphic, but what I want you to concentrate on is the highest 3 notes. The 5th, the 7th and the 9th. Okay, so it doesn't really take too much working out that as well as being the 5th, flat 7th and 9th of D, happens to also be the root, the flat 3rd and the 5th in A. In other words, A minor. Okay. Well, that probably explains why a minor pentatonic will work fine all the way through a blues. There's no bumps in the road, it fits everything. Okay. But that could be very, very useful to us. Now, I'm going to go, you might think of this as being back to front, but you'll soon see that it's not, I think. Famous last words. Okay. So what if I play a blues and I did this? It doesn't work, does it? It sounds absolutely horrible. Okay, this on its own, that's okay, but not in the blues. Doesn't work. It's got to be Now what's interesting is that the A chord will tolerate that very well. And as we've just discovered, it sounds awful if you play it over a D. So this is a fantastically useful way and a fantastically effective way of articulating the difference between those two chords. In other words, playing a change. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go from A7 to D7. And back to A7. You hear that? Okay. Okay, so you can hear very easily. Okay, now I'm going to just let you have another look at a graphic here, and what I like about this is it's particularly wooden and very unmusical, and what I mean by that is there isn't a single distraction about this from the harmonies themselves. Okay, so have a little listen to this and just concentrate on major sounds and minor sounds. Okay, now here's the same thing with some of the supporting harmonies taken out. So just down to its bare bones. Yeah, just have another little listen. Okay, so that gives us some fairly clear demarcation points between the A and the D7. Okay, assuming we want to emphasise those differences, and ultimately interesting lead playing is about emphasising the difference between the chords rather than the similarities, I suppose you could say. So in our blues sequence, A major pentatonic, A minor pentatonic, and back to A major pentatonic. Okay, so that's as far as I want you to think about that, just for the moment. Just think A, D7, A. So great practice routine is you play the A, then you play your D7, back to your A7. Major, minor, major. Yeah, very simple phrases. Just try and get that going, and I'll be back part 3 to take that a little bit further. Okay, bye for now.